Aloha! Thank you for tuning in to episode number 22. My name is Christina Estrada, partner of Booyah Marketing, where we have deeper connections. Today, our honored guest is Chef Beorn Andrew Hockenhull. Chef Beorn Andrew Hockenhull is a professional chef, culinary instructor, and community builder based in Kailua Kona, owner of BeornAppetit, with over 2 decades of experience in restaurants, education, and cultural events. He specializes in connecting people through food, positive mono wellness, and shared experiences. Imagine an evening where local farmers, musicians, and neighbors come together, sharing food that tells a story and music that uplifts the spirits. That's what he loves creating. Through a tasty combination and his nonprofit organization, Pono Mele is where they are building community one plate and one song at a time. How are you today, Chef Biron?
Woo! Aloha! I am doing fantastic this afternoon. So grateful to be here. And aloha to everybody watching today. I hope you guys definitely feel powerful mana and that we get to kind of lock in and have ourselves a great time today.
Absolutely. Thank you for honoring us with your light. So, who are you and where are you from?
Okay. So I am from Maui. So we're here on Big Island. I'm from the island next door. And I'm going to tell you, if you grew up local, you know that each island has its own environment. And so I moved here to Big Island a year ago. And so technically, I'm an outsider, but I spent a lot of my formative years in the mainland developing my craft.
Beautiful. So, what is your connection to Hawaii and the Big Island?
Oh my gosh. All of us, we got one, if not both parents to give credit to. And mine is my mom, part of the Park family, town of Hana, Maui. I learned her work ethic. I learned the family recipes. And having spent a lot of years in the mainland, I had to realize that I needed to be connected with the Aina. I needed to be connected with family. And I needed to represent because, based on my looks, in one neighborhood, I'm Papolo. Another neighborhood, I'm a 300-pound Filipino. In another neighborhood, I'm Mexican. And so I wanted folks to know what my roots are, and I wanted to do it through flavors. And so, like you shared earlier in the introduction, one play at a time, one song at a time. And so that's kind of how I came to be as a professional chef and as a person that's very proud of my roots.
Yes, yes. So your company is named BeornAppetit. That is hilarious. Can you tell me how you came up with the name?
Yes, I will tell you guys, I got into Bjorn Appetit was developed as an act of revenge against bad food service, bad food quality, folks that have this any kind attitude when it comes to food service. This was my ultimate revenge. I wanted to make food that I could be proud of, that I can look behind, and my mom would be feeling proud of me because my work ethic is, you know, do it or no do it, and if you do it wrong, I can expect my mom to go slap my head. And so it was a big deal among me and my siblings. I'm one of seven. And out of all of us siblings, 6 out of 7, all of us work in food. And 4 of us are professional chefs in our own right.
Wow, that is awesome. So how has Hawaiian culture and community influenced the way you approach food and teaching?
Oh, but if you've noticed, if for folks that are watching, if you weren't raised on islands, you're going to notice that there's a little bit of a division. There's a cushion where you need time to for folks to get to know you. You need to have time to get to know folks. And I've learned through my Aloha experience that you just gotta embrace them. You gotta come in there with the same mentality that the folks that I interact with here on the island is that you want everybody to have the potential to be extended family.
Hmm.
That's why we call each other Kaz, brother, sister, uncle, auntie. We're using those terms of endearment, and certain cultures do that also in order to draw us closer. And so with the food, I needed to do the same thing. And if I can get you to trust my food, then you're likely to trust having a conversation with me. And then prayerfully, at the end of it all, the flavors that you experience as we separate will be tasty.
Right. That's beautiful. Well said. You've spoken about food as part of healing. Can you share how bioplasticity and bionutrition impact brain function, sobriety, and long-term wellness?
Oh, yes. So think of this, you guys. We all have ourselves, we all have personal demons that we wrestle with. We all have health problems. We might have had like an auto accident that caused a breakage in our mind or in our body. Some of us, we've got dark backgrounds, we might have spent time in jail. Um, we might have uh, made some really horrible decisions. Well, guess what? There is recovery in that. And I worked in behavior health recovery in a live-in behavior health. We call it a therapeutic teaching community. And so I used bionutrition and bioplasticity, which are just simply fancy words that folks in the medical community and in physical therapy and physical fitness and dietary know about. And it simply means when the food is right and the education is tight, the body and mind get right. And so think about it this way. When you party too hardy and you lose some of your brain function, you're kind of low in the head, you're able to receive some of that functionality back by instilling positive habits, making yourself a contributor instead of a taker, and taking in good quality cuisine. And so with this organization that I was able to contribute to helping people that are on a recovery program that stick to it for like 2 years or longer, have really long-term sobriety. Programs that last a month, 3 months, those are like a jump start. But if you want like years of sobriety, healthy living, you gotta invest in yourself. And so I was doing a 80% vegan menu, but half the time you couldn't tell that you were eating vegan. I made stuff that made you feel like, what, bro? Is this bacon? And it'd be like, it looks like it, tastes like it, crunches like it. I was doing barbecue, and 80% of it was vegan. And then when I brought out the meats, the carnivore stuff, oh my gosh, people would go bonkers over it because it was such a treat. And those endorphins help your brain to rewire itself. You're losing functionality in the body. Bionutrition helps to make reconnections so that the brain can make your body work more efficiently. Uh, it's not perfect, but it gets you a heck of a lot closer to the winning goal.
That's so interesting. I love it. So, what role do Kapuna and Opio play in shaping your vision for growing local talent and sustaining Hawaii's culture?
Ooh, we got a mixture of crowd here, right? Like if I was
Mm,
to ask the folks at home or on the computers watching, what category do you slide into? Are you kupuna? Are you an elder, senior citizen? Are you Opio? Are you youth, as in Hanabata days, or are you a younger person, like 30s and younger?
hmm
So you think about that. Where do you lay in there? And now the second question is, am I a person that's just here to consume?
mm.
I mean, I know that we've heard people bickering on the island about people that have that mentality. I'm here to conquer. I'm here to colonize. I'm here to consume. And for us, we're here to contribute.
hmm
So you ask, how am I contributing? And so with what I teach is for us to contribute and to see the best in others and to see how we can make an impact. So whether you're young or old, if you're Opio, you want to be connected with the Kupuna because there's your history, there's your stories, there's your language, there's your recipes. And recipes are the way that you can connect to heart. If you're Kupuna, embrace that you're Kupuna. Be it that you're spiritual and you go from Kupuna to to kahuna, take it. Accept your kuleana, your responsibility, and be ready to give. And even if you got to push a little bit to where some of these knuckleheads don't want to accept it right away, you push so that you demonstrate that I want you to have this gift. And then we teach the opio duplicate that gift. And it's going to reveal itself in us staying on islands, in us becoming pillars in our community, and with us building our own businesses, our own cities through politics, and then some. And then if you want to travel around the planet and learn and give, do it. But always remember, it all starts right here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can you tell us about a tasty combination or your Pono ai mele and how they blend food, music, and service to strengthen the community?
Yeah, thank you for asking about that. You know, you guys, I want to connect with you all, and I'm so grateful that my sister here, Christine, is mentioning about Pono ai mele. We know that in our culture here in Olelo, Hawaii, mele is a musical term. And when I encounter new people, I listen for the voice. I feel for the mana, for the spirit.
Mm.
Uh, I, on a spiritual tangent, I lead church worship with Kona International Christian Church. As our church grows and as my friendships grow, I'm able to pick out people from the crowd based on their voice. Nothing is more special to me than for me to be able to identify your voice in the mix. And so with Pono ai mele, Pono often translates to righteousness, balance, and then mele with the music. And so my wife and I, my wife's a renowned opera singer, traveled the world, sang at Bill Clinton's inaugural ball. We tag team our talents to help with fundraising, to help entertain, to help bring attention to what other people are doing by utilizing our talents. And so Pono ai mele, it's a nonprofit organization that helps with bringing healing to members of the community, teaching job skills, doing fundraising, and also just straight up entertaining and giving access to people that may not have access to the inner sanctum of our community. That's Pono ai mele. BeornAppetit and a tasty combination. Those are facets that was established by myself and my wife. You remember in the beginning when Sister Christine mentioned about imagine being at an event and there's music and there's food. Well, picture this 300-pound Kanaka is making 4 courses. The fourth course is dessert on fire. And you come away from it laughing, talking story, and you're driving home thinking, hey, sister, do we want to learn something? And you realize, oh my gosh, I learned something on how to connect more deeply with myself and with others.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come away like, oh my gosh, I think I can do what Chef Beorn did. And then folks will sometimes approach, hey, I want a little bit more. And that's where the healing comes in, where we can talk on a spiritual level. We can go into therapy, like through resonant vocal musical therapy. There's so many pathways to take, but it all starts with making that initial connection.
Absolutely. I totally agree. You know, it's almost lunchtime here and I'm getting hungry. How can people get in contact with you?
Oh my gosh. You guys, if you guys didn't take out a pencil, take one out. I want to get together with you guys, okay? And here's my promise. We talk story, you will come away with having good flavors from our interaction. But if you reach out to us through Pono ai mele, Pono ai mele, mele, .org, that's going to be the first way to connect with us. But if you like talk voice to voice, 808 215 1700. 808 215 1700. And you guys, let me know how I can serve you. Are you raising money for your own organization? Do you need somebody to patronize your business? Do you want to celebrate your baby's birth? We can help with that. And at the end of the day, We want you to take what we share with you and to share it with others. And that's kind of the essence of what Pono Aimele and all our other businesses are about.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, mahalo nui loa, Chef Bjorn, for your time. Any parting words you would like to say to the viewers?
Oh, absolutely. You know, you guys, I'm very grateful that you guys opened your homes and your laptops for us to get together. And I
Mm,
hope that I was able to pose a couple of questions in you that makes you want to think, how can I work with this bugger? How can I work with the folks with Booyah Marketing? Um, you know, I mentioned about fundraising. I help people to accomplish things. I help you create the vision and the steps to achieve it. I help you in the areas that you need it. And I believe that money, it helps make the world go around as a tool. So I want to give you access to more tools for you to accomplish what you want to do. And here's one of the ways that I do it is I show folks, hey, tell people who you are and how what you do is beneficial to others. And
mm.
so I hope after today's interaction, you guys have an idea of how friends like myself and Christine and the other amazing people that she's interviewed here, how we contribute to the benefit of our home community here. And then you can ask the question, hey, how can I jump in on this? And then let's hook up. All right. Mahalo nui loa and then ahoy ho until we meet again, you guys.
Absolutely. Mahalo. I'll put Chef Bjorn's information down below in the description box. Please click the subscribe, notification, thumbs up. And if you also like to donate to the channel, we appreciate it. It helps us build our content. My name is Christina Estrada, partner of Booyah Marketing. Ahui ho. Until we meet again.
Chef Beorn out. Toots.